Bear with me because I need to put music on. I'm gonna mute you.
I even think her name is false, but Calypso girl.
Okay, great. Let me know if you can't hear the music or you want to hear me more. So we've got the ball in between our inner thighs. Remember, it's above the knee joint. You don't want to have it in the knee joint. You really want to connect the inner thigh muscle. And then just think of your feet, as we usually do. Just press the heels into the floor, the ball of the foot into the floor, and then lift the toes up. Like we usually do, but think of pushing the heel and the ball of the foot down also. And then just release the toes down. Do that a couple of times, so you're lifting the toes up and away from the floor, and then pressing them down. Last time, we'll do the same thing. So think of maybe breathing in as you lift the toes up, and breathing out as you press the toes down. Good. Let's lift the heels now. So try and keep the toes stretched on the floor. Just lift the heels a little bit, doesn't have to be much. Breathe in as you do that. Control as you go down with the heels slowly. Do that 2 more times. So we're going to breathe in. Try and push the ceiling away with the crown of the head. And breathe out. Lovely. 1 more time. So breathing in. And breathing out. Keep the heels down now. Let's bring our hands by our ribs and just connect to the breath. Try and exaggerate the rib cage movement. So you're going to breathe in through the nose like you usually do, but really try and blow your ribs out. Push your hands out as you breathe in. Hold the breath in a second. Then breathe out. Squeeze your ribs in just slightly, your stomach back, your pelvic floor and your inner thighs. And let's do that again. Breathing in your own pace. Try and open the ribs, hold the breath in a couple of seconds, push the feet down, the crown of the head up, and then breathe out. Squeeze your ribs, your stomach, your pelvic floor, your inner thighs. 1 more, try not to lift the chin. Breathing in. Lengthen the crown of the head, that's better. Exhaling through the mouth. Remember to purse your lips and breathe out with force. You should hear yourself breathe out. Okay, release the arms. Let's start moving with our breath in our arms now. So you're gonna lift the arms up towards the ceiling as you breathe in. Try and push the floor away still with the feet. Hold the breath in a second and then breathe out. Push the air away with your arms, with your stomach going back, with your pelvic floor connecting. Again, breathing in. Remember that you're helping the movement and initiating it with your breath. So as you breathe out, hug the ribs in and then move the arms. Make that movement help the arms. Inhale up. Hi Emily, nice to see you. Glad you could make it. Breathe in, hold it there a second. And breathing out. Last one, 1 more. Breathe in. Lift the arms up. Can we hold the arms up just a second? Hold the breath in. Try and really lengthen the sides of your waist. See if you can even wriggle up a little bit. See if you can stretch yourself out of your hips. Try and grow out of your hips a little bit. And now interlace your fingers, but put your hands behind your head so that we can relax a little bit the arms. Push the elbows back a little bit. Lift the chest bone up. Rather than back, think of up and then back. Push the feet down and the hips forward. Look up a little bit as you do this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Push the head down. Melt the elbows so they point towards the floor. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze your stomach in. Hold the breath out. Lovely, guys. Again, breathing in. Lift a little bit the eye line, so you're looking where the ceiling and your wall meet. Open the chest, lift it. Rather than that's better. Exhaling, drop the head down, the elbows, squeeze your stomach in. Make sure you engage your thighs, push your hips forward and your feet down. Better. 1 more, breathing in. Lifting the chest bone up, try and grow up your hips. That really helps stretch the spine also. Exhale, push the head down to keep it down now. Do 1 deep breath here. So you're going to look at your stomach, breathe in, and as you breathe out, squeeze your stomach in. Try and pull your head lightly down a little bit more. See if you could kiss your belly button one day or your pubic bones. See if you can really get your shoulders to plug into your armpits away from your ears. Can we draw a little figure of 8 here? So you're going to sway the head from right to left as it is with your hands as they are. Pull in on the head lightly. Notice the upper back stretch, maybe a little bit more, the middle back, doing a little bit of a rotation as you do that. Figure of 8, lovely. 2 more, 1 more, and then just release the arms down, let them hang, bend your knees, And let's roll our way into a forward stretch. Take your time. Remember, it's the first one. You want to breathe out as you go down. Bend your knees so your fingers get to the floor. One day your palms should get to the floor, pushing them down. Hold it there. We're going to say yes 8 times with our head. So nod your head, yes, let it hang twice, and 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Breathe in, stop the head movement. As we breathe out, we're going to roll up, squeeze the stomach in, really feel the feet pushing against the floor, make sure they're parallel. Roll your way up, head is the last thing to come up. Lovely, welcome Emily. Let's do that again, we're doing it 2 more times. Now we're going to say no upside down though. So you're going to breathe in, just find your length, your space. And as you breathe out, drop the head down, then the shoulders. Try and see if you can really curl yourself slowly into your forward stretch. Remember, the more you push your stomach back in space, the more it stretches and protects your spine. Try and lift the hips, but drop the head, hold it there, hands to the floor. See if you can turn your head so your chin goes to your right shoulder, then to your left. Try and always point the crown of your head towards the floor. Keep saying no. 4 more times. 3, 2, 1. Stop that head movement, breathe in. To breathe out and curl your way up. Squeeze your stomach in your inner thighs. Come up 1 vertebra at a time. Lovely, we've got 1 more to go. We're going to say maybe now upside down with our head. Okay, so breathe in, find length. Try and always grow on the breath in. Remember, there's a muscle that helps you do that along the spine. Exhale, roll the head down. The shoulders, squeeze your stomach in. See if you can shift your weight a little bit further towards your toes, more than your heels, even though your heels are on the floor. You can walk your hands down your legs if that feels better, and up. See if you can swing your head now like a pendulum. So the crown still faces the floor, but you're going to swing your head. Right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Swinging it sideways. 4 more times. 3, 2, 1. Stop the head swinging, breathe in. To breathe out and roll up. Slowly looking forward. Okay, great. Breathe in and just find a straight spine. As you breathe out, you want to go into a tilt. So try not to move anything, not the shoulders, just the head. And breathe in, come back to center. We're going to do that to the other side. So as you exhale, remember, we don't want to move the shoulders. Really plug that right shoulder down and away. And keep doing that. Breathing in to the center, breathing out to the side. Pointing our nose always forward. Breathe in, go to your own pace, breathe out. We're going to do 2 more. Try and really plug those shoulders down. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more, breathe in. And breathe out. See if you can hold your head sideways in a tilt. And on your next breath out, you want to roll the head, semicircle, and end in a tilt to the right. Try not to move the shoulders just yet. Exhale, drop the head, and then roll it to the left. And again, see if you can keep your shoulders a little bit more still. 2 more. Better, and exhale, especially to the left. Nice, much better. Now, yes, involve your shoulders a little bit, not too much. Let them hang as you breathe out. Go into a mini side bend. That's it. Exhaling, down, mini side bend. Lovely. 2 more. Exhale, down, mini side bend. 1 more. Exhale, down, mini side bend. Can we just go all the way up now? Lovely. We're just going to pull our head now with our hands. So come into your tilt, but then keep going. As you exhale, you're going to roll into that side bend. Really push that left heel down. Now, drop the right arm down and lift the left arm up. Try and reach up towards the ceiling today. Keep looking forward. Move the right shoulder forward and the left hip, remember. That's it. It's better. And then you're going to just breathe in, reach up. As if somebody's grabbing you, and then plug the shoulder down, grab your head with your left hand and bring it into a tilt. Let's go again, ladies. Good. Roll into your side bend. Try and bring, now it's the left shoulder and the right hip that tend to go back. Yeah? When you're ready, drop the arm. I'll take you through the breath in a second. Breathing in. All the way up. And grabbing the head as you breathe out. Let's breathe in to breathe out. Go in a tilt towards the right. Keep on going as you breathe out. Drop the arm down. Lift the left arm up. Breathing in. All the way up. Stretch. Keep breathing in. And as you breathe out, grab the head. Pull it towards the opposite side. I seem to have froze there for a second. And now the camera's gone strange, right? Is that me, or can you see me like before? Or have I zoomed in? I've gone smaller, haven't I? Okay, let's just do one more and then I'll try and see what's going on there. Breathing in, lift the right arm up and then grab your head. Tilt into a side bend. Maybe if I just stop and start the video, it will suddenly work its way. Yes, right? I think so. Good. That's it, Susan, you were there. Drop the right arm down. Sorry, guys. Breathe the left arm up. Keep pointing your nose forward, remember. And then lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Grab the head. Rolling down. Breathing out. Good. Drop the arm down. That's the left one. Lift the right arm up. Breathe in. Stretch all the way up. And then just release the arms down. Good, grab your ball. We're going to do a few balances. So it's in between your legs, squeeze it in between your hands, stretch your arms up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, you want to lift the right leg up in front of you. Try and squeeze your inner thighs and push that right hip down. Let's do that again. So 3 more times. Breathe in and breathing out. Good. 2 more. Breathe in. Remember to relax the shoulders, but squeeze the ball. 1 more. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the leg up, hold it up. See if you can put your knee forward, but do little circles. 4 little circles. Like you were doing them on the floor. You don't want to move anything else. Now change direction. 4 little circles. 3, 2, nice. 1. Hold it there. See if you can open the leg out to the side. Good. And bring it back in. Let's just do that 2 more times. Go on. Out to the side as you breathe in. As you breathe out, good. Squeeze it in. Just 1 more. 1 more to keep the leg out. Hold it there just a second. We're lifting and dropping through the side. So when you're ready, drop the leg down. Breathe in. Lift the arms up. As you breathe out, lift the leg up. Squeeze the ball. Find that position, opened out to the side. Again, let's do 3 more of these. Breathing in, breathing out. Connect the core. Remember, you want to squeeze the core and push your pubic bone down and forward. 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, last one to hold it up. Ready? Breathing in. To breathe out. This is the same as we do when we're lying on the floor with our legs stretched. You want to do little circles again with the leg to the side. Just fall back and then fall forward. Breathe in, breathe out. 1. Lovely. And then just drop the leg down softly. Well done, ladies. Before we go to the other side, I would like to try, and you can do it with your block too. Do you remember we were trying to lift the block or the ball up to our ankle, up to our legs 3 times. On the 4th, we're going to try and balance it there. It's just a new way of finding a balance, and you can do it with a block exactly the same. You just want to push it up your leg. Yeah, and then bring it back down. And if you can do that with your palms together, let's do 2 more, just doing that. Lifting up, doesn't have to be much, but it's awareness to the toes also. And back down. 1 more. Lifting up. I find this quite challenging. And dropping back down. I want to hold it up now for 8 seconds. See if you can lift it up maybe a little bit more. So when you're ready, lift, push into your leg. Lovely. 8 seconds there. Maybe lift your hands up to the crown of your head. That will make it a little bit harder. You need to really engage your ribs. Point your fingers to the ceiling, Emily, if you can. They feel a little bit back. Open the elbows, squeeze the glutes, push the knee out, press your palms together, and 2 more seconds, that's it. 1, and then release down. Well done. We've got the other side to do, so just grab your block, your ball, and let's start with the lifts so we can really feel our center first. Ready? Inhale in all the way up with our arms. Exhale, lift the left leg up in front of you. I think it's the hip a little bit, Susan, so keep pushing that hip down, the left hip. Try not to let it lift you. That looks better. Yeah. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathing out. Last one, we're holding it up. So hold your leg up. Doesn't have to be high, but the hip. Work on the hip. Squeeze the ribs in. Do little circles. It's 4 out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And can we go the other way? Breathe in, breathe out once. Breathe in, breathe out twice. Good. Squeeze the ball or the block. And 4. Hold it there. Turn out and in 3 times only. So you're going to inhale, turn the leg out. Try not to move the hips. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep lengthening. And again. Inhale. Good, Emily. Exhaling. 1 more. Hold it out. Find that position just for a couple of seconds. Remember the pubic bone down and forward, but grow out of your hips. Lift the arms, drop the legs. So we're going to do that 4 times. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze and lift in front of you. Nice. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. Good. 2 more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, last one, we're holding it up. So breathe in, find that strong position. As you exhale, remember you want your left knee to point to the front corner, not too far back. Squeeze your glutes, little circles. Go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Other way. Inhale, exhale, 1 and 2 and 3. Good. So you can just drop the leg directly down, turned out. And this is a playful moment. So we're going to try and lift up. I'll tell you, some people I've seen lift the ball all the way up to the inner thigh. So yes, and the block. Actually, I saw it done with blocks first, and then I decided a ball might be a little bit easier. Okay, so when you're ready, if you can bring your palms in front of you, and just really think of the toes working the ankle. So you're trying to press into your leg with them, and then back down. At the same time, you're pushing that knee back and the pubic bone forward, not so much that you're shortening. And again, when you're ready, breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Lifting up and back down. Okay, last one. Lift it up and stay up, yeah? So you're going to start thinking of lifting, finding a place where you can push in, push back, squeeze your pelvic floor, grow out of your hips. Your trouser line should be straight. Your hands is a challenge on your head will make it a little bit harder. You need to engage your ribs, your core. Push your palms back, your elbows back, but push your palms together. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice work, guys. Shake it off. I want to open our legs, finish with a few stretches and twists with our legs open. You can keep the ball on the floor, just drop it as we roll down. Just make sure that your feet are wider than your hips and your toes point forward, yeah? So you're going to breathe in, to breathe out and roll down. Head, shoulders, bend in the knees. Come into your forward stretch with wide legs. Try and get your hands on the floor and see how much you can lift the hips up. Try and shift the weight to the toes more than the heels, even though the heels are grounded. We're going to try and isolate our tailbone here. So you want to try and swing your tailbone from the right to the left back corner of the room. What I want you to notice is that your ribs don't move or your head. So the movement might be really small, and that's fine. Also, your Knees don't move, they can be bent, but they stay equally bent all the time. It's not a stretching and bending knee action. And we try and go a little bit faster. Right, left, right, left, right, left. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. And then stop that movement, we're going to do circles. Same thing, but circling our tailbone to the right. Little circles or big ones, but try and make them circles. So take your time if you need to go slower. If you think you're making triangles, which sometimes I seem to do, or semicircles often. Make a full big circle. At least 4 more. Relax the head if you know what you're doing. Can we go the other way with our circles? So still just the tailbone moving. Circles to the left or changing your direction. Make sure that it's still a circle. Notice if there's any differences. At least 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And then bend your knees, breathe in. To breathe out and roll your way up. Okay, lovely. We're going to do one more stretch down. So when you're ready, I would like us to think of going down with a flat back. See if you can put your hands on pretend or in pretend trouser jean pockets and try and squeeze your elbows back. We're going to bend, and we can do this already. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bend and try and find a tabletop position where you're squeezing your elbows back. Lovely. Open the chest down. Try and push your heart forward. See if you can bend your knees so that now you can stretch your left hand towards the floor. You could even put it on the ball. And keep your right hand on your lumbar spine. Try and twist your rib cage only towards the right. And your chin should be in line with your right shoulder one day. Push your right elbow towards the left side of your room. Notice if your knees are equally bent or if you're rolling on one side. Push your right hip back in space. And try and hold it there for one more deep breath. Breathe in it. Look up if you can. Push that elbow back. Breathing out. Lovely. Bring your hands back behind your head, both of them. And then drop your right hand to the floor, in front of your chest ideally, or on your ball, on your block. You want to turn to the left. Twist your weight. Notice your hips. Your left hip shouldn't be higher than your right, so push it down with your hand if you have to. Help yourself twist, not the hips. They should be flat. Look up if you can towards your left shoulder. Push your left elbow back. Use your breath. Push your knees out. Bend them if you have to, but lengthen the spine. 4 more seconds. 1 deep breath. 2, 1. And then release. Well done. Relax the head. See if you can grab your opposite elbows now. And relaxing the head so it's right over your forearms. Swing your rib cage in your head from right to left. So you're going to do little swings from one side to the other, or bigger swings. Try not to move your tailbone. Four more swings. 3, 2, 1. And then hand in the middle. Breathe in. To breathe out and roll up. Take your time. Remember to articulate your spine. And it's the last thing to come up. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to move to the floor. So if you want to take some water or change your camera, we'll still work with the ball. Although the Dynaband has to be nearby because we are going to use it today. And we'll go to the back of the mat with the ball in between our inner thighs or the block. Let me know how you are also. I didn't really give you a chance to speak. So if you want to do or work anything in particular, do let me know. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to roll down, yeah? So the ball is in between our inner thighs again. Make sure your feet point forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. So your chin is parallel to the floor. Exhale, start rolling down your head, your shoulders, squeeze your stomach in. Make your way to your forward stretch and hold it there for 1 deep breath. Take your time. 8 seconds at least in that forward stretch. Let the head hang. Let the head hang. Go on. Walking our hands forward to end in a plank position. So 4 steps forward with the hands, so they're right under your shoulders. Shift the weight forward, really stretch your body. Feel the opposition of the heels pulling back and the crown of the head pushing forward. Try to lengthen the skin of your neck a little bit more if you can. That's it, and lift your hips up into your downward dog. Bend your knees, breathe in. And as you breathe out, roll forward into your plank when you're ready. Remember to lengthen the back of your neck. And again, breathing in, lift the hips up, push the chest back towards the side. And then exhale forward. Good. And again, breathing in. And breathing out, hold your plank. Then bend your glutes and go straight into your cat-cows. So you want to walk your hands so they're right under your shoulders. See if you can just look up, like if you wanted to touch the crown of your head and your coccyx together. That's a breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze the ball, push the floor away, suck the stomach back, squeeze the pelvic floor. And keep doing that. So you're breathing in, looking up, open the chest. And breathing out, curling the spine, really work the core. 2 more, breathing in, open the chest. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders, not forward from you. Exhaling. 1 more, breathing in. And exhaling. Okay, lovely. Let's sit back into a child's pose. So see if you can bring your big toes together. Your knees can be a little bit separated if that feels better, but try and keep them close. Walk your hands forward. You can use the ball under your head if that supports it and feels good. But try and really push the hands down so that it helps sink the hips back. That's it. And take the attention to the part of your spine, your focus, that's usually a little bit tender. And really try and breathe into it. By that I mean blow it up like a balloon as you breathe in. Really try and make it move with your breath. Stretch out and then breathe out, let it relax. 1 more deep breath there. Breathing in. Breathing out. And let's work our way up again on our hands and on our knees. I would like us to do 1 arm, 1 leg stretch. So it's good for our back and our core, but let me know if your wrists hurt at all. Just make sure that your hands are under your shoulders if they don't. And you want to look to the floor. So remember, try not to look up, lengthen the neck, and stretch the right leg and the left arm away from each other. That's a breath in. As you breathe out, you're letting them go down softly and changing your arm and leg. So it's your left leg and your right arm that we lift. Breathing in. Breathing out, dropping down. Be mindful with the movement, don't let the head sink. Think of the eyes, they should always look to the same place in your mat, in between your hands. Exhale down, keep going. To your breath, don't wait for me. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more. Or 1 more and then we'll hold. So it's your left leg and your right arm that are up, hopefully. And then go down. Now if your right leg and left arm come up next, hold them up. If not, balance it out. And make your way right leg and left arm up for 8 seconds. Really try and push the floor away and the 2 sides of your room away. Go on, the chest away a little bit from the floor also. The stomach. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1 and drop down. Lovely guys. Other leg, other arm. Stretch them away from each other. Notice if your shoulders are up, plug them into your armpits, support the rib cage, the spine. Keep lengthening, feel the toes, the knees stretch. The hip is down, the left hip. And then release down. And sit back. We're going to go into another child's pose, but walk our hands to the right side of the mat this time. So we can really stretch the left side of your back, of our hips. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1 more deep breath there. Breathing out. Let's walk to the other side of our mat. So we're going towards the left and thinking of the right side of our back. Try and breathe into all the right lung, the right side of your waist, especially take the attention there. Remember you want to square the shoulders also to the mat. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. One more. Breathe out. Walk your hands forward and let's roll up to a comfortable sitting position. Just pass the legs forward and let's work our core. So we'll do our core sequence and then we'll stretch the legs with our Dynaband, yeah? Remember that you want to still use your block or your ball in between your inner thighs. Come to the front of the mat so that your feet are grounded and help yourself grab and lengthen your spines by grabbing your legs and trying to use your arms, not your shoulders, or back to lengthen the spine here. That's the breath in. As we breathe out, we want to roll back. Excuse me. Exhale back, lift the pubic bone up like if it wants to touch your chin, and then breathe in, sit up straight again. That's all we're doing. Exhale back, squeeze your stomach in, try and plug the shoulders down towards the floor, and then breathe in and lengthen up. Keep going, guys. Remember that the chin is parallel to the floor, and I should be able to fit a little ping pong ball under it. Yeah, better, Anne. So it's the eyes that lower down rather than the chin. The eyes want to check your stomach so as you roll down and push it back, but the chin doesn't drop too much. It's more the pubic bone going up. They're going towards each other. That's it. One more, one last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Yeah. Now, let's let go of our legs and make our way all the way down. So make sure you've got space. Breathe in to breathe out and roll down with control. So you can really squeeze your inner thighs. Make your way down to the floor slowly. Bring your feet behind or underneath your knees and your arms behind your head. That's your breath in now. As you breathe out, you're going to push the air down and bring your palms by your hips. So you're thinking of moving your arms and squeezing the ball, the core, the ribs to do so. Really connecting the core to move the arms. Inhale them back behind your head. Exhale them down by your hips. At this point, your hips should be neutral pelvis. So your hip bones and your pubic bone always in line. Nothing should be lifting off the floor. Unless you're feeling fruity and you want to lift your head and shoulders up, which you could do. So that's your option. We're going to do 8 more of whatever version works for you. Just remember that when you lift your head and shoulders up, sometimes the pubic bone, our cheeky pubic bone, wants to lift up a little bit and curl towards it. And that shortens the spine. Try and always think of what you're working. Don't let anything overtake the movement or something move instead. So hips don't move, right? Just head and shoulders as an option. We're doing 3 more, 3 last ones. Exhale up, inhale. Lovely. 1 more. Now decide if you want your head up all the time or down or switch. We're going to do the 100, 3 breaths here. So you're going to back the arms up and down and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Option, switch to tabletop position with the legs. 3 more breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. And squeeze the inner thighs. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. See if you can go ahead a little bit faster. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Stretch the legs. We're going to do last 3 breaths here. You can breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. And look at your stomach, push it in, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. 1 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out. Good. Drop the legs, bend them, better said. Grab the ball, We're going to do tabletop lifts. So the arms go behind the head with the ball, and then you're going to lift your right leg to tabletop. Take your head and shoulders, the ball towards it if you want, and then switch to the left. Inhale down, exhale up. Here, be mindful. Ideally, they say that the knee should be right over your hips. So you should try and bring your body towards your thigh rather than your thigh towards your body. Yeah? Also, because you want your tailbone to always be on the floor, so you don't want to lift the legs so much that the tailbone might lift. Your hips are still in neutral position. Let's do 2 more of these, switching. And then we can lift both up as an option 6 times. So when you're ready, after you've done your left leg, exhale 2 legs up, inhale 2 legs down, 6 times. Exhale up, stomach and legs up, 5. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 3. Remember, stomach and then legs up. Stomach and legs up, 2. 1 more. And 1. Single leg kick. So you're going to kick the right leg up, stretch it towards the ceiling, keep the movement going, bend it down. Then the left leg kicks up, exhale, inhale down. 6 more. Exhale, stomach in. Remember that here you still want your tailbone to be rooted. You can keep the knee bent, but the tailbone is rooted and you want to really point your feet. Exhale up. Can we do 2 more? And after you've done these 2, think of lifting maybe 2 legs up together, yeah? 1 more, exhaling up, inhale down, 2 legs up as an option, go on. Exhale up, inhale back down, exhale 2, inhale, exhale, stomach in, legs up, exhale. We've just got 2 more, we're done. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, keep the legs up, either bounce the body or the legs up as you exhale. Try and make them move, try and touch your feet with your ball maybe, your block. 4 more, exhale 3, exhale 2, exhale 1, and release, well done. Bend your knees, bring the ball back in between your inner thighs, not your knees remember. Make sure your feet are straight under your knees. And start by just feeling where your hip bones are with your wrist, and with your fingers, your pubic bone. Make sure they're in the same line, neutral pelvis. We're going to rock the tailbone up using just our breath out, our core, not our glutes. So you're going to see if you can exhale, connect your ribs, your stomach, your inner thighs, not the glutes, and curl the tailbone lightly off the floor. It might lift, mine lifts like 1 millimeter off the floor if I have that intention. So see how much yours does? Shouldn't be much. It will a lot with the glutes connecting, it helps curl more, but I want you to just use the core. So that's your challenge. Exhale to lift, inhale to drop back to neutral. So as you lift, it's called an imprint. You're imprinting your middle spine a little bit. And as you release, it's a neutral pelvis. And do a few more while I just take your attention to your feet. And what you want to do is not push your feet into the floor just yet, but let them more be, yes, on the floor, but not pushing down, because that will help the legs relax. Okay, all that said, if you can multitask and add your arms would be back as you breathe in, hips down, and down by your hips as you lift the tailbone a little bit off the floor. So you're going back with the arms as you lift, or drop the tailbone, better said, exhaling, lift the tailbone, arms by your hips. And now, as I talk to you and I'm doing this movement, my glutes have taken over completely. So I need to be really mindful and really try to, again, not to move my hips with my glutes, but really try and feel my core moving my hips, curling them up a little bit. See if you can add maybe your head and shoulders to this movement. Again, you don't want to push your feet into the floor to do this. And we're going to do 7 more of whatever version you prefer for you. Exhale, 6. Inhale. What I find a challenge is to squeeze the ball, but not connect my glutes, only my inner thighs, if you know what I mean. So you're really working the pelvic floor by doing that mindfully. So take your time, don't let me rush you. Exhaling. Let's do two more, two last ones. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Now plug your hands on the floor by your hips, your arms. Maybe walk your feet back. And let's do a few bridges. So you want to start with the movement we've done, then push the feet into the floor and curl your way up, ripple up into your bridge position, which is really trying to get a slide of your legs and your torso. Breathe in here, hold it, and as you breathe out, let go of your glutes. You need to focus to relax them and make your ribs in your core plug each vertebra back. So breathe in, do nothing. Breathe out, use your core first, then push your feet down. Curl up. Lift a little bit higher if you can as you breathe in so that the lungs expand a little more. Now as you breathe out, relax your glutes. You can touch them, just make sure they're chilled. And use your ribs, your stomach, to plug each vertebra down. That's 2, and we've got 4 more to do. Don't let me rush you, so go to your pace. Breathe in. Breathe out, curl up. Think of working the core. Inhale higher. Stretch your thighs, go on, squeeze the ball still lightly. Yeah, exhale, wait, make your way down. Still squeeze the ball, but not the glutes. Breathe in. To breathe out, curling up. I'm sure I've told you this before, but I had a teacher I really admired, and he told me that this is, if there's anything you should do, he gave me a few actually, but this was one of them, every day. So a bridge is very important. It works, it stretches the front of the body, which we usually are contracting, and works the back. Yeah, breathe in. It's the last one, guys, so breathing out, curling up. Remember, if it encourages you, because bridges aren't my favourite necessarily, but when I think it's one of the best ones you can do, then I feel more positive when I do it. Walk your shoulders closer, go on, stay up, go higher if you can, Susan. I know you're tired, but that's what you need. That little bit does a lot. Lift, breathe in, squeeze the ball, that's all we're doing for 4 more seconds. Go on, push weight into your big toes, better and 3, 2, 1, and then roll your way down. Lovely. Can you let your ball just drop to the side? Squeeze your legs in towards your chest. Maybe you can lift your head and shoulders. See if you can interlace your fingers or grab your opposite arms, whatever feels better. Really hug your legs to your body. Then drop the head, drop the shoulders, and give yourself a few squeezes. As you breathe out, you want to squeeze. And as you breathe in, you want to release a little bit. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale. Good. Relax the shoulders. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Can you rock side to side a little bit? Massage the lumbar spine there. Okay, great. So hopefully you've got your Dynaband not too far away. Let's grab it and work with it a little bit. I would like it to hook around our right leg, our right foot. And you can keep your left foot bent, left knee bent, left foot right under the knee. Remember that you want to squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs and don't really work the shoulders up. You try and plug them down. Keep the leg as straight as you can and think of the toes. Flex the toes so that the Dynaband stays and the ankle. When you're ready, you're breathing in, dropping the leg down, breathe out, kicking it up. Yeah? And keep doing that 6 times. Exhale up. Breathe in. Breathe out, stomach and leg up, so that's 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Remember your left knee shouldn't move at all, your left foot also, the big toe. Last one, hold the leg up and start by Doing little circles with your right foot, your ankle, your toes towards the right. Try not to move the knee, remember? And see if you can really try and draw a good circle with them. Maybe go a little bit faster to build feet up the floor. With me. With me. One. Other way, to the left. So you do little circles to the other direction. If you can keep your knees straight, do keep your knees straight. If not, bend it. A little bit faster. Try not to move the leg inside the hip joint. Okay, stop that movement. Well done. Bend and stretch the knee 4 times. So you're going to bend the right knee towards you, the right thigh, and then stretch it as you exhale. Try and really stretch it, but keep the tailbone on the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in, really flex the foot. Breathe out. 1 more. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep the leg up. You're going to do little circles now with the whole leg in the hip joint. Breathe in and out as you draw them. Flex the toes, flex the ankles, stretch the legs, Susan, if you can. Really, that thigh, that's going to help knees if we really work our thighs. So remember to stretch the thigh muscle up. And imagine you've got a cup of tea on your left knee. Breathe in and out per circle that you make. Do a couple more. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And let's change direction, so go the other way. Breathe in and out, same leg. Breathe in and out. Check your left knee. It should be holding a cup of tea. Tailbone grounded. Don't let it wobble on the floor. Let's do 4 more. Look at the toes still engaging them and the ankle. Great. And then stopping in the center. I would like us to turn the leg out and in. So do you remember that Charlie Chaplin position? Just the whole leg inside of the hip joint. That's it. So the whole leg turns to the right and then back to parallel. And to the right. That's your exhale and inhale. And exhale and inhale. Nice. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Can you keep your leg turned out? I'd just like to do 4 drops to the side. So you drop as much as your left knee doesn't move and your hips don't go wonky. So I can't drop too much. Exhale, lead with the heel. Really work your inner thighs to bring it back up again. That's it. And lead with the toes as you go down. Work your core so they're holding your hips really strong and still. Exhale back up. We're nearly there. Just 2 more. Breathe in as you drop. Control. Breathe in out as you come up. Last one, we're going to hold it down. So when I say down is as much as your hips don't move. What I'd like you to think is to maybe try and lift the toes towards your ear more than towards the floor. So yeah, see if you can use a little bit more your hands to tighten your Dynaband and lift it up towards the ear. Great stuff. Hold it there a couple more seconds. See if you can stretch your left leg into the floor, if that feels okay. Try to still keep the left side of your back, your lumbar spine grounded. Don't roll to the right. Hold it a couple more seconds there. 1 deep breath. We're going to grab the Dynaband, especially with the left hand, and bring the leg back, putting the right hand on our hip, on our right hip to slide it away from our right armpit, and cross the midline of our body with the right leg, just a little bit. So you don't want to go too far yet. Try and really drop the right hip away from the armpit, that's it, and then cross a little bit and see how that feels. And if you feel that you can bring the leg more towards your face, then pull the leg. Or if you can feel that you could slide the right hip down and into the floor more, do that. Or cross the leg more, or stretch the knee more, or flex the toes more. Remember, you need to hold something for at least 20 seconds, a muscle, for it to really stretch. Can we go all the way down towards the left side of our body? You can bend your knee if you haven't got space, that's the right knee. but let your shoulder blades still be grounded, let your leg cross over to the left side of your body so that you're doing a twist there, Anne. So you're going to drop the right leg to the left side, that's it. And try and open the right arm up so it's shoulder distance. And look at that right hand, so you're turning your head to the right. Trying to get the right ear eventually on the floor, trying to drop the right hip down and twist towards the left with your hips. Can we do one more deep breath there? If your leg is a little bit stretched, maybe stretch it more or lift it more. Great. Come back up. Before you drop that leg down, let's just stretch it towards our face. So you want to walk your way up your diner band. Maybe lift your head and shoulders up. Take a moment here. Hold the diner band and then pull it down, keeping that grip hopefully, so that you can really pull on the leg with love and not with your shoulders, using your arms, your back. Think of your right hip, still try and slide it towards the bottom of your mat. Don't let it lift, that looks better. And think of the ankle and the toes. Can you really flex them? Make them be alive. One more little pull as you breathe out next. And then squeeze the knee towards you, bend it, squeeze the leg into you. Take a moment there. And we're going to try the other side now. So you know what's coming. You want to try and bring your right foot to the floor and really make it be parallel and under your right knee. Don't let yourself have the foot further out than the knee. Catch your left foot. Remember to engage your toes and your ankle. It should be flexed when you've got a diner band around the foot so it doesn't give you any kind of shocks if it goes loose. Okay, squeeze the elbows in. Let's drop the leg down as you breathe in. Pick it up as you breathe out. Breathing in, stomach in, then the leg goes up. Yeah? And remember that the right knee shouldn't be wobbling around. Your right big toe should be really rooted into the floor. Don't let it lift. It tends to. One more. Keep the leg up. And see if you can draw those circles more than usual, maybe faster with the ankle and the toes. The idea is to stretch and strengthen your ankles, your toes. Avoid sprains. So you should feel that heat maybe build up there. And try and make a really precise circle. Other way, change direction. See if you can do it fast. But precise circles. Try not to move anything else, not the knee, not the leg. Notice if it's harder or easier to do the circle one way or the other. That gives information about the muscles. Okay, lovely. Stop that movement of the foot, keep it flexed though, and bend the knee now. 4 times, bend it as much as you can, then stretch it as much as you can. Tailbone on the floor, yeah? Bend it and stretch it. Good. Inhale as you bend, breathing out. Stomach in. One more, last one. Exhale up. So now it's this left leg that's going to be as stretched as possible, flexing the foot, the ankle, and do those circles of the whole leg inside of the left hip joint. You want to breathe in and out per circle that you do. And imagine you're carrying a glass of tea on your right knee. Shouldn't be moving at all. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Remember, it's a circle, not a semicircle. Go slow if you feel you have to. Change direction. Breathe in and out. And each time you exhale, try and really exaggerate your stomach going back in. Yeah? 4 more, 4 last ones. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lovely. We're going to keep the leg here, but turn it out. So you're gonna try and turn your left leg, the whole leg, in the hip joint. First like Charlie Chaplin, don't let it drop yet. And then parallel, 6 times. Exhale as you turn out, inhale, parallel. And again, exhale, turn out, inhale, parallel. Exhale, turn out, inhale, exhale, exhale. Now keep your leg turned out. Notice if your left hip rides up to your left armpit. Try not let it do that. Really slide the hip down. And see if you can drop the left leg down as you breathe in and lead with the heel as you come back up. Try not to move the right knee. So you're gonna breathe in as you drop to the side. That's it. And then breathe out as you stretch it back up. Use your pelvic floor, your inner thighs. That's it. And breathe in, keep it turned out. Exhale, back up. Last one to hold it down. So see how much you can drop that leg, keeping that rotation. Squeeze your glutes. Make sure you're not rolling your hips to one side. Maybe you can tighten the dyno band and lift that foot up towards your face, your left ear a little bit more. Keep your shoulder blades grounded though. Think of your right knee still, your right foot, the right side of your body grounded. For 4 more seconds. 1 deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Great. Come back up. See if you can stretch the bottom leg if you haven't already. And cross the leg over. So your left leg, you want to try and cross over the midline of your body and you're grabbing your dyno band with your right hand. I like to use my left to slide my left hip down. It really helps me. Also, plug it into the floor. If you feel you haven't got the strength to keep that left hip plugged down, use your hand. And then see how much you can cross your body with the left leg over. 1 more deep breath. That's it. Try and flex the toes more or lift the leg more if you want to feel a little bit more of a stretch there. It's quite intense. It should feel intense. If not, let me know. I'll make sure it does. If you're ready to cross your leg all the way over, this is our twist today. So you're trying to still drop the left hip down towards your bottom of the mat and take your left leg to the right side of your mat. So it crosses over. Reach your left hand shoulder height on the floor and try and look at your left hand. One day, your left ear is on the floor, your left cheek, both your shoulder blades. That's it, Susan. Let it go all the way down. If you can stretch the leg, great. Remember to use your breath too. Your breath is to lengthen the spine. And as you breathe out, you're trying to twist a little bit more. Breathe in. And breathing out. Lovely. Bring it back to center. We've got one last stretch here, remember. So you need to just figure out where your hips are. Try and square them. Walk up your dyno band to finish off. See if you can lift your head and shoulders up. Get a good grip. And then lay back down gently, keeping that grip. My core is plugging my tailbone into the floor. My elbows, see if you can squeeze your elbows in towards the midline of your body, and that's it. And then work your knee. I know not today necessarily, but work it, stretch it slowly. That's where the focus would be once the elbows are in. 1 more deep breath. Think of the left hip, slide it down. Don't let it be cheeky. Breathe out, pull in a little bit more. And then bend that leg, squeeze it in, release the groin area by doing that. Maybe interlace the fingers, really give it a good squeeze. Nice work. Take the dyno band away. Can we lay on the floor? Again, this is for our spine. I feel like we can end with a twist today for the neck, for the spine, for the legs, but an active one. So you're going to open the arms out, squeeze the legs together. Remember that the intention is always to keep the shoulder blades on the floor, so the legs might not fall totally on the floor. You drop as you breathe in, the legs one way, the head the other. And as we breathe out, we're coming back to center. Yeah? And then going the other way. Your feet can be in the floor, that's fine. You can also lift them up in line with your knees if they're up. Try not let them be lower. That's the tabletop position. So you could eat out of your shins. Your shins would be the table. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep going, guys. We're gonna do 4 more. Think of the head stretching too. So corkscrew your spine, include your head. Exhale back. 3 more. Breathing in. Exhale back. And this also helps digestion, this movement. 2 last ones, or even it out if you've got 1 more to do. Even the sides. Breathing in. 1 last time. And breathing out. Great. Grab your knees. Can you draw circles with them outwards? Just 2, 3 circles out. Just relax the groin area again. And then the other way. So you want to draw circles the other way. 2, 3 circles the other way. Breathing in out. And you can roll side to side a little bit or rock up and down. Whatever feels better. Give yourself 10 seconds to really massage your spine by putting pressure on it. Rocking and rolling. And when you're ready, let's sit up. Any comfortable sitting position that works for you. Just make sure that your spine is straight. And we're going to interlace our fingers and stretch up. I want to try to grow before we finish. So we're going to wriggle up first of all. And notice a little bit more length maybe in our spine. Really feel your sitting bones sliding down. Can we do little circles with the arms? Little circles. To the right. That's it. And then to the left. About 2 or 3. 2. Lovely. Stop in the middle. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, bring your palms together. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and down through the center.